you've got through to the Big Brother hotline, leave your number. Well, I thought I didn't listen to that. I thought, oh, it must be, I didn't even know what, I hadn't watched Big Brother. In those days, you didn't watch reality people on telly, and I hadn't watched Big Brother, and I didn't know even that he'd been on. How stupid am I? And I never watched it before I went in, never researched any of it. Anyway, and then, and so I quickly left my name and address. And then next thing you know, I get a massive letter through and an application form. So, and then we had to make a VHS video. Then I sent it in. So when the psychologist saw I had one meeting there, he goes, why did you write all up the side of your application form? It's so interesting. And I'm like, well, I was just doing it on the tube and doing it on the loo. I know, just writing bits when I felt like it. And then I went to the auditions. They were ever so polite. We just had to do role play. And I thought that was fun. Like, like tie each other in a knot and then unknot each other. So no one was trying to be showing off. Then I got a letter saying you're going to be one of them that goes in, but you may not go in first. They were already creating that expect the unexpected, really sort of like keeping you on edge. And you've chosen, but if you don't go in, you might go in a week or two after, whatever. And I thought, well, blimey, I've already told the school, who gave me a letter saying we expect you back on the first day after you come out, because no one thought it was going to go anywhere. No one knew what reality telly was. So I've got a letter saying that. I didn't go to the union and get any advice. I didn't think I had to. Didn't read whatever I signed. I trusted these people. And then they said they lost my tape, so they can't have me in. Or was that before? Anyway, and then I thought, well, that's it. And then a couple of weeks later, one of the guys said, oh, I want to redo your tape. And then they said, we're definitely having you. And then on the day I was finishing school, and I was supposed to go in on the Monday, so I had the weekend to pack my suitcase and all sorts of everything. As I left school, I got a phone call from the producer saying the newspapers have got your name, so we can't put you in. I thought, oh, blimey, because I'd let my flat out to my cousin and my best friend, so I'd nowhere to go when I got out. I don't know why I did that. See, these crazy rash decisions. Obviously told they've got a supply teacher in. I thought, what am I going to do now? And he goes, well, we'll pick you up. Where are you? I said, I'm at Stratford. He said, well, hide somewhere. So I hid in a bush for an hour, terrified that this journalist was going to find me. Then they took me to what was then the Thistle Hotel in Tower Bridge. And that's then obviously, then obviously a couple of days later, the Nation knew my name, which I didn't know. You don't know anything, once you're in there, you don't know what's being said about you. So, and then I was on the front pages of every magazine, everywhere all over the world for at least 2-3 weeks. I mean, look, I want to go, look at that. That's the viral, that's heat. Look at that. That's what you'd call, I'd be viral now. That's Penny, that's Heat magazine. And in its day, the columnists were king. And in its day, that was me, the most famous person in the world for at least 2 or 3. That magazine comes out for 2 weeks. Can you imagine they would only have a magazine, and like we used to as children, and you'd read that over the next 2 weeks, that one magazine. It's funny, isn't it? Now all that information that's coming at us, and then I kept all this stuff, but I never this shower thing, look at that, rude. That Sunday, the second Sunday, so that was the show for half hour. That was the show, me in the shower. Were they allowed to do that? Who knows? I've got to laugh. Stupid headlines. Teacher hated my Brilla pad haircut. Who cares? And absolutely nuts. It's just Penny wants to go for it all the way. I'm too much of a woman, and I don't know. I didn't question it. I thought, well, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a funny old world. But I didn't realise, what I was letting myself in for. I didn't really, because I didn't understand it, because it wasn't around. And then when I came out, like you're saying about people, I made the decisions on my own, and I made the wrong decisions. So I write about that. It's very painful for me, because I didn't take every single newspaper wanted me to have an exclusive. And I thought I'll go with OK Magazine, because in those days, I thought, oh, good, they'll give me like a Hollywood glamorous ball gown or something to wear. No way. I took my £1.99 knickers, my little stuff from Islington Market. That's on the front of OK Mag. And then this is a bit much. They then made me get in the bath, and they said, we're not going to pay you unless you do this picture. And they did this picture, which is really rude. So that's horrendous. And then they sold that to the tabloids. So they sold that before they even paid me. I've never, I've let it. I didn't do anything about it, because in those days, what you're supposed to do, you're just an ordinary person. No one's helping you. So you just let all this stuff happen to you, and you hope it goes away. Because in our day, it was fish and chip paper. But then the growth of social media, none of it went away. It just got stronger and stronger. And like, once it's out there, it just grows and grows and grows. So it's been terrifying, because you go into something, you think it's just going to last 2 weeks, and 23 years later, it's as real as anything. There's that they write about me every year, and in 2020, Ryland put on his Twitter page, let's remember Dame Penny. And then for the 20th anniversary, out of all Big Brother people, they used the same story they've used all these years, which is Penny, the English teacher, dropped her towel and washed naked in the shower. And they used that for an Alison Hammond story, a Kate Lorna story, and they used it to launch the 20th anniversary of Big Brother. Why me? Because I had a year of absolutely massive fame, because like yourself, meet someone, they'd like me, so they'd take me under their wing. So you name it. And there's a massive section in my book of all the famous people that were my friends.
Can you name a few, just so we can get an angle on it?
Well, yeah. Nicky Haslam, he was a socialite. So I end up at this art gallery with Bob Geldof, Neil Gallagher, Bill Wyman, and he's like, she's with me. And I had a right laugh. And I go to the late Heath Ledger's film, chat with him upstairs. Went at Robbie Williams's party with Mike Addy. Me and Mike Addy drank all the cocktails. He just had a baby, not him, but his wife. Wacky, Atomic Kitten. I went to Emma Bunton's birthday party, bestie friends. Atomic Kitten. I was there when Sugar Babes, when she got the job with Sugar Babes. Then she used to ring me in London. Duncan was my friend from Blue. He's my friend about 3 or 4 years. He used to ring me in the classroom in 2004. Went for dinner with late Cilla Black, Joan Collins. Went with Vanessa Feltz, Here, Then, Everywhere, because I knew Michael from Closer. Got to know loads of theatre people. So sat with Paul McCartney, watching a theatre show. That's what you'd call, I'd be viral now. That's Penny. That's Heat magazine. And in its day, the columnists were king. And in its day, that was me, the most famous person in the world. That was the show for half hour. That was the show, me in the shower. Were they allowed to do that? Who knows? I mean, I've got a laugh.
Right through college, right, the whole thing, and that was brilliant. And when I was on stage, it was fantastic.
And he goes, well, we'll pick you up. Where are you? I said, I'm at Stratford. He said, well, hide somewhere. So I hid in a bush for an hour.
I just meet such beautiful people now, Penny.